Hey YouTube, it's Mike here, and today we're gonna take a drive because we need to talk. I want to be honest with you guys, okay? I'm not enjoying the gameplay that much, and I'll explain to you why. I know before I explain to you why, I'm gonna say something, because I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, Mike, you're having a bad weekend." The answer is yes, I'm having a bad weekend. Is it because you can't finesse from outside the box anymore? Yes, it's because I can't finesse outside the box anymore. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because the reason why I'm saying this is because when you have to play a game and you have to learn a certain way to play, because that's the mechanics of the game, you learn it, right? You're like, okay, well, I have no choice. I remember the first month I played the game, or even the first 2 months of the game, almost like a month and a half. Every time I would stream, I would hear people bitching in my stream saying, "You gotta learn the time finishing, you gotta learn the time finishing." Okay? And I said, okay, finally I'm gonna learn it. Then I finally learned it. I got pretty good at it, I would say, you know? And now they take it away from us. Now, do I agree that they take it away? In a way of saying, do I agree that they nerf it? Yes, I agree 110% that they needed to nerf it, because it was ridiculous, okay, to the point where red shots, red time finishing, and yellow time finishing were still going into the box, okay? But the thing is, I feel like they nerfed it the wrong way, okay? I feel like they had to nerf the red ones and the yellow ones completely, and maybe tone down the green ones. But they didn't tone down the green ones, they pretty much dropped them completely, to the point where you could be inside the box with a green time finishing and still miss, like a green time finesse. That's just too much. I mean, I feel like EA never has the right balance of whatever they do things, okay? Now, the reason why I feel like this is wrong is because you're kind of like promoting for people to play the drop back, park the bus strategy. And for people that watch me, you know already that I'm completely against AI defending. For me, there's two buttons that shouldn't even exist in this game, and that's contain and second man press, okay? Believe it or not, I personally, I would feel much better if these buttons never existed in this freaking game, okay? I feel like you should be rewarding the people that actually manual defend. The only thing that the AI should do is track where the ball is going, so it gives you enough time for you to manually pick that person. You know what I mean? Like that player that's on the pitch next to the opponent with the ball. Okay? But if you don't activate that person shouldn't be mimicking what the other person is doing, because you're not even using that player. Now, see, this is where the issue is because the AI defending is so overpowered that you would be stupid not to play park the bus, not to play the drop back, okay? There's people that I noticed in the weekend league, because I've noticed right away people that were still playing like eye pressure and stuff like that, and I was like, man, you're exposing yourself, because if you're playing that type of style with high depth, and you have like either possession after loss or whatever it is, constant pressure on, whatever you have, you're basically handicapping your own self, because you should be on drop back, because it's the most effective way to play the game. So for people to understand how you do it is you put on drop back, you put low depth like 3 or 4, and when you get in game, you activate team press. Okay, that's what they do, the people, and they become almost unbeatable. Now, of course, almost unbeatable, that means you can still beat them. But the thing is that the more you're playing, the more the game is completely RNG. And there's people that are happy about this, because maybe they were having a hard time defending the time finishing and stuff like that. And I completely understand. Whenever the time finishing existed before, like the ones that we were all abusing, for people that were not manually defending, people that were just basically AI defending, were getting ripped completely, because, you know, like we could have just time finessed them from outside the box from like 20 yards and it would have went in, right? But it was a way for us to make them pay for not manually defending, because you should be manually defending. Now, I completely agree that the time finishing from outside the box, the finesse shots were OP as hell. Like, it didn't even make sense to the point where you could actually have a bronze player and still score from outside the box. It was ridiculous. I feel like stats don't matter in this game. You know what I mean? Like, the more you play and the more I lose to like crappy teams. And when I mean crappy teams is because I have an overpowered team. Overpowered. Oh boy. You know what I mean? I have an expensive team, right? And then when you play a team that's worth, I don't know, maybe 100, 200K, they're usually the team that gives me the hardest time. And right away, people are going to go and judge and say, oh, maybe you're playing versus a better player. I don't think so. I look at people, how they play, and I judge by how they play what type of division they are at. When you play, for example, right now I'm in Division 2. When you play Division 2, or even Division 3, because I was in Division 3 for a long time, you notice the styles of play people play when they're in higher divisions. Now, of course, I haven't played Division 1, so I don't know how much of a difference it is between Division 2 and Division 1. Apparently, from my understanding, it's just a sweaty, like it's not that much of a difference, okay, because the skill gap is not that huge, okay? But you can tell when someone is in a higher division, okay? So when I'm playing Weekend League, for example, and I'm complaining that I'm losing versus someone that I feel is a lower division, I'm not just complaining to complain. I feel it from the way he plays. When you play over 1,000 games in this particular game or any FIFA, you start to recognize the good players, okay? A lot of people still don't believe in the stats when they say, oh, stats don't matter, stats don't tell the whole story. I completely agree that stats don't tell the whole story, but until what point they don't tell the whole story? When you're getting completely outshot, completely outpossessed, completely outchanced, okay, stats tell the truth. Stats tell that you're getting dominated, okay? Now, could it be that you're getting dominated because you're a bad player? Not really. Sometimes it could be you're getting dominated because you're having a bad connection. And that is something I've been preaching all year, because as you all know, I've been complaining about connection issue, or at least on my side, where I feel like a lot of the times, 90% of the times when I'm playing this game, I feel heaviness. To the point where sometimes I look at my team and I wonder, like, is it even worth me having these icons or having, you know, these top tier players? Because they don't feel like top tier players when you're in bad gameplay, okay? If you ever watch Exception's videos, he's one of the best for explaining like the gameplay, and when it's bad gameplay, like what certain players they do, like the first touches and everything. And the reality is that like the game, since it's so much RNG right now, it comes down to whenever you get into a game, you're praying to God, please let me be the one with the better connection than my opponent, because that's what it feels like. It feels like the guy with the best connection, it's not the guy with the best team, it's the guy with the best connection has the best chance of winning, okay? Now, I know a lot of people say that, oh, I wish I was a German player, because in Germany, apparently everybody has good connection. I don't know. I don't live in Germany. I don't know how it is over there. All I know that here in Canada, the connection is completely bad. Now, to wrap this up, do I agree with the patch? I agree with the patch. I don't agree how they did it. I agree that they should have been done. But there's still things that need to be done, because right now, as the game is right now, it is not fun to play, okay? It is honestly not fun to play. And for people that are having fun, I'm happy for you guys that you're actually enjoying this. I had a friend that was playing the first few days that it came out like this, the patch, and he was like completely enjoying it. And it took him about, let's say, 3 days, and now he can't even log in no more because they're not playing this game. This is the most bullshit game I've ever played. So for people that are enjoying it at the moment, maybe you haven't played enough of it, because the more you play of it, the more you start realizing how much worse it actually is after the patch. Now, like I said, I did agree that the finesse had to be nerfed. I just feel like how they did it was not done correctly. Now, for you guys, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Let me know how your weekend league went. Mine went really bad, to the point where I felt like I I just started playing the game all over again. That's what it felt like. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I wish you guys a good day. Bye-bye.